I'm Cara and today we're going to do a 15-minute hip mobility flow. So when you're ready, come down to sitting, bring your hands behind your hips and then bring your feet slightly wider than hip width apart with your knees with a nice big bend in them. And then we're just going to loosely allow the knees to start to rock from side to side. You might find the knees come to the ground, you might find they don't. Don't worry, just go with what works for your body. And then the next time the knees come one way, hold them there. See, can you bring your hands to touch the side of your head and twist round that same way? Coming back through center, bring the hands down if you need the help. Otherwise, see, can you bring the knees over to the other side and twist the other way? Good. On your next inhale, come up through center. Exhale over to the first side. Inhale back through center again and exhale to that second side. Good, and then slow to come back through center, release the hands behind the hips, and then we'll swing the legs around and come back to child's pose. So you're feeling your hips come back over your heels, reach the arms forward, rest the forehead down and forward to the ground, and take a few nice deep breaths holding that child's pose. Then on your next inhale, lift up all fours. So from all fours, I want you to just start circling the hips around, and you can start with a little circle, just noticing how that feels for your body today. Every few circles, swap direction. And then we can also start making those circles a little bit bigger, so the hips start coming back over the heels or moving forward. You can just adjust where your hands are. Maybe they come forward a little further to help you. You're just exploring that hip movement. And same again, you're swapping direction as and when it feels right for your body. Good, and it might be that you even go all the way back to child's pose, and then all the way forward, so it's a longer circle. And then the next time you come back to center, spread out the fingers, press through the knuckles of the hands, toes tuck under, lift your hips, come to downward facing dog. Think about the upper body nice and long, hips moving up and back to the sky as you push the ground away. And you want to feel length in the lower back. If you find the lower back's rounding, then rather bend into your knees a little so you get that length and a nice long flat back with the upper body. Good. And then slow to lower down all fours. Feel your wrists beneath your shoulders, knees beneath your hips. We'll start with the left knee. So your left knee is going to start tracing some circles around. So it goes up and around and then back and forward. And again, you can make these bigger and bigger. You open the hip up, bring the knee all the way forward to the elbow and then up and back. Just exploring how big a circle can you take. And again, swapping directions. So we're going to go both directions. And you're just going into a movement that feels comfortable. If at any point it feels like it doesn't quite work, then don't go quite so far into your range. Good, and then when the knee comes back through center, bring the ankle forward between the hands. We'll bring it slightly further forward so the hips are forward of the back knee as you come into your lunge. Inhale, lift the upper body, reach up and back to the sky. Think about the ribs drawing in and drawing up through the top of your head. Holding there, a couple of nice deep breaths, gently pressing the hips forward. And then we'll bring both hands to the inside of that left foot. Walk the left foot out to the side. Maybe that's enough and you just hold there. If it feels okay to turn these left toes out to the side about 45 degrees, maybe even onto the little toe side of the foot, so you're lifting the foot up so you can see the sole of the foot. Again, that might be plenty enough, maybe just holding there. Or if it feels good for you, then you can have a go coming down to one or to both elbows. Or it might be that you just come halfway down, so just the one elbow, or you even use a book or block to come halfway down. So just finding the range that works for your body. Nice steady breathing as you hold. And then slow to come back up to straight arms. Tuck your back toes under and we'll move back to downward facing dog, hips lifting up and back to the sky. Inhale forward to straight arm plank. Exhale, lower slowly down to the ground and release. Inhale, peel back cobra, just going as far as feels comfortable. Exhale, release, tuck your toes, come to downward facing dog. Hips move up and back to the sky. And again, finding that length in the body, even if that means bending into the knees, to find that length in the upper body. And then we come back down to all fours. Again, feeling wrists beneath your shoulders, knees beneath your hips. And we'll circle the right knee around. So taking a few big circles, you're opening the hips to bring the knee around. Again, the knee might come all the way forward towards the elbow, but you're finding the range that works for your body. After a few repetitions one way, then swap direction. And then the next time the knee comes forward, bring the foot all the way between the hands, ankle beneath the knee, lifting the upper body, checking in hip forward of that back knee. Inhale to reach the arms back. Check out the ribs starting to splay. Can you draw them in, draw the belly in, lengthen up, keep a nice long tailbone, holding there. And then bring both hands down to the inside of the right foot. Walk the foot out to the side so you can feel wrists beneath your shoulders. Turn those right toes out to the side, maybe about 45 degrees, might be a bit more or less. And then if it feels good to, onto the little toe side of the foot. So you're coming up onto the little toe side, lifting the sole of the foot. That might be plenty enough. You might stay up high. You might even be slightly back with the hips. Or if it feels okay to, maybe you come down to just the left elbow. Maybe it's just a bend in the elbow if you can't go that far. Or some of you, you'll come down to both elbows and just pausing wherever feels like the range is right for you and right for your body. Nice steady breathing as you hold. And then slow to straighten the arms, spread out the fingers, press through the knuckles, tuck the back toes and move slowly back and up, downward facing dog, walking on the spot, lifting one heel and then the other. And then we're going to lift the left leg up to the sky, and it's your left knee that's going to circle around so it can come all the way forward towards the elbow, and then it's going back and up to the sky. And you're tracing these big circles with that left knee, a few in one direction, and then swapping back to the reverse direction. And then next time the knee comes back, lower both feet, lower your knees down, rest your hips back, take a rest to child's pose, take a couple of deep breaths as you hold there in your child's pose. And then on your next inhale, lift up all fours. Exhale, toes tuck under, downward facing dog. And then we'll do the same with the right knee. So right leg lifts up, and then it's the knee that's going to circle around, up and back, and then round and forward, and take a few big circles around one way, and then swapping direction and circling around the other way. And then the next time you come back, both feet come down and holding in your downward facing dog. Come back to sitting, either swing the legs around or cross them beneath the body. And then we'll come back through sitting and then all the way to lying down on your back. So lowering down, having a bend in your knees, and then bring your left knee in towards your chest. Right leg's going to extend out to the ground, and then that left knee comes out to the side, heel to the sky, and you're coming to half happy baby. It might be that you can hold the ankle, or for some of you, you'll reach the outside of that left foot. Feel the lower back long to the ground. That shin wants to be towards vertical to the sky. And then as you hold there with that knee drawing down, you might find that your right leg, the knee starts to drift off the ground. So try pushing that right foot away to keep the right leg long and engaged. Holding there, steady breath. Feeling your shoulder blades beneath you, shoulders resting back. And then release the foot and hug the knee into the chest. We'll swap over, so left leg extends straight, right knee hugging into the chest, drawing the knee in for a moment, feeling the back long to the ground. And then bring the right knee wide of the ribs. Again, we're bringing the heel up to the sky. Maybe you take hold of the ankle. Maybe you can take a hold of the outside of the foot, but you want your arm to be to the inside of that knee. So if it's to the outside, just try and switch them over. Knee goes to the outside, arm comes to the inside. Shin nice and vertical, heel towards the sky. Feel the shoulders heavy. If it feels too much, then do hold the ankle or even the shin. You don't have to be all the way up at the foot if it feels too much. And particularly if you feel the lower back lifting and that knee bending, then maybe just come out of it a little. But if you are okay, wherever you're holding, then pushing through the left foot, so extending that left leg straight and active, just to stop it drifting up and having that bend, hips lifting. Keep pressing it away, nice steady breath. Feel the shoulders loose and back. And then slow to release the foot and bring both knees into your chest. We'll just hug around both knees, draw them in, press the lower back to the ground. Feel the whole spine nice and long, and particularly the back of the neck. So you're just lengthening the back of the neck along the ground. Maybe the chin slightly tucks in. And then with one hand to each knee, circle the legs around. So you're circling all the way around one way, all the way back round the other way. Tracing a few nice big circles. Before hugging back in to finish. Either stay lying down here, or you can rock back and forth up to sitting. And have a lovely, lovely day. Don't forget to subscribe if you want more videos like this one.